In the heart of Whispering Woods lived a little hedgehog named Henry, who was very shy. His prickles kept away not just danger, but also new friends. While others played, Henry watched from behind a toadstool, wishing he could join in. He explored the woods alone, talking to ladybugs and humming to buttercups, but longed for a real friend. One sunny afternoon, feeling especially lonely, Henry whispered to a dandelion, "Oh, I wish I could be brave. I wish I could just say hello." The words always got stuck in his throat, tangled with shyness. He wandered into a quiet hollow he'd never visited, where sunlight filtered softly through the trees. There, in the peaceful air, Henry felt calm, unaware that this walk would soon change his life forever. Sometimes the quietest moments lead to the most magical beginnings. In the hollow, Henry spotted something unusual, a glowing seed nestled by an old willow. It pulsed with warm, shifting colors, humming with gentle energy. Henry, entranced, nudged it with his paw. The light brightened as if greeting him. Overcoming his caution, he rolled the seed home on a leaf. Instead of hiding it away, Henry planted the seed in a sunny patch near his burrow. He watered it with dewdrops and talked to it every day, sharing stories and hopes. Caring for the seed made him feel less lonely and more important. He protected the spot, becoming its gentle guardian. The patch of earth became the center of his world, filled with hope and quiet expectation. Sometimes, caring for something small can make your world feel much bigger. And Henry's world was about to change. Days slipped by, each one blending into the next, with no sign of change in the quiet garden. The soil remained still, and the air was filled with a gentle hush, as if the world was holding its breath, waiting for something magical to happen. Henry watched anxiously from his window, his heart heavy with worry. He wondered if the magic he believed in had faded away, lost forever beneath the earth. But then, just as hope seemed to be slipping away, something incredible happened. One bright morning, a tiny glowing sprout pushed bravely through the dark soil, its closed bud pulsing gently with a soft, magical light. Henry's heart soared with joy and relief. He realized that his patience and gentle care had helped the sprout grow, even when he couldn't see it happening. As he watched, Henry noticed something wonderful. The sprout seemed to thrive not just on water and sunlight, but on the happiness and kindness that filled the garden. When Henry gently built a tiny ramp from a leaf to help a line of ants cross a tricky path, or when he shared his juiciest berries with a family of hungry mice, the sprout responded with bursts of new energy. Each act of kindness made the sprout grow taller and brighter, its leaves unfurling and sparkling with magical light. The more Henry gave, the stronger the plant became, its shimmering leaves glowing with promise and hope, as if reflecting all the good he put into the world. Henry began to understand something important. His small actions truly mattered. The plant was magical, but so was the kindness he showed every day. The sprout became his secret beacon of hope, a gentle reminder that even the smallest good deed could make a difference. Sometimes it's the tiniest acts of kindness that spark the brightest magic, lighting up the world in ways we never expect. With every kind act, Henry's world grew a little brighter, a little more magical, and he could feel the change all around him. The magical plant was just beginning to reveal its wonders, hinting at secrets and surprises yet to come. Henry felt a new sense of curiosity and hope blooming inside him. What other amazing things could kindness help grow? The answer, he soon discovered, would be more magical than he ever imagined. One afternoon, Henry heard a cry for help. Rosie the rabbit was trapped under a branch. Forgetting his shyness, Henry rushed to help, digging and pushing until Rosie was free. Grateful, Rosie nuzzled him, and Henry felt a warm pride. Returning home, he found the magical plant had bloomed into a golden sunflower, its petals shimmering with light. The flower seemed to thank him, standing tall and proud. Henry knew his bravery and kindness had made it bloom. Sometimes, helping others brings out the brightest beauty in the world. Henry's courage had changed more than just his garden. The sunflower was a symbol of his newfound strength, and Henry realized he was braver than he thought. The magic of kindness was blooming all around him, and his story was just beginning. The woods would never be the same. A fierce storm swept through Whispering Woods, and Henry worried for his magical garden. Amid the chaos, Penelope the squirrel's baby, Squeaky, was stranded in a tree. Henry, forgetting his shyness, called for help from Barnaby the badger, Rosie, and the otters. Together, They formed a rescue team. Barnaby braced the tree, otters formed a climbing chain, and Henry and Rosie prepared a soft landing. The otters reached Squeaky and safely returned him to Penelope. The animals cheered. They had saved Squeaky together. In the face of danger, teamwork and courage shine brightest. Henry's bravery inspired everyone. The storm had brought them together as friends, and Whispering Woods felt a little smaller and a lot kinder. The magic of the garden was growing stronger. Henry was no longer alone. The real magic was just beginning to bloom. As the last raindrops faded and the clouds drifted away, a gentle, magical light began to spread from Henry's garden, casting a warm glow that reached every corner of the woods. The light shimmered softly, inviting all the animals to gather, their curiosity and hope drawing them closer to the heart of the garden. In the center, the golden sunflower shone like a tiny sun, its petals sparkling with golden light. All around it, new glowing flowers began to bloom, their colors more vivid and magical than ever before. The garden seemed to come alive, each flower and leaf basking in the gentle radiance. The garden was transformed into a breathtaking wonderland, filled with shimmering colors, sweet scents, and the soft hum of happiness. Every plant glistened with dew, and the air was alive with the gentle laughter of friends reunited. Henry looked around and realized that the magic had grown stronger because everyone had come together, helping and supporting one another. The animals worked side by side, sharing smiles and stories, their hearts full of joy and gratitude. The garden now belonged to everyone, a living symbol of their friendship, bravery, and the kindness they had shown each other. It was a place where every animal felt welcome and loved. Rosie, Barnaby, Penelope, and the otters gathered around Henry, their eyes shining with gratitude. They thanked him for bringing them together and for showing them the true magic of working as one. Henry felt a warm pride blossom inside him. He was no longer the shy hedgehog who hid in the shadows, but a friend who belonged, surrounded by those who cared for him. As the magical light danced among the animals, they realized that when kindness is shared, its magic multiplies, touching every heart and making the world brighter for everyone. The garden had become a welcoming home for all, a place where laughter echoed and friendships blossomed, no matter the season. Henry had found his friends, and together they had created something truly wonderful, a magical place built on love, courage, and togetherness. The woods were now filled with light, laughter, and the joyful sounds of animals playing together, their spirits lifted by the magic they had made. And in the very center of it all, Henry's heart glowed brighter than ever, filled with happiness and the warmth of true friendship. The magic of togetherness had truly begun, promising many more adventures and memories to come. After the storm, Henry's garden became the heart of Whispering Woods. Animals gathered in its magical glow, sharing stories and helping each other. Every act of kindness made the garden grow, star-shaped flowers for found berries, a shimmering willow for rebuilt homes. Henry was no longer lonely. His shyness had melted into quiet confidence. He greeted friends, learned their stories, and discovered the joy of giving. The garden was a living tapestry of kindness, peace, and joy. If anyone felt sad, the garden's gentle light soothed them. Disagreements faded under the willow's calm shade. The real magic was in the feeling the garden gave to everyone. Kindness had transformed not just Henry, but the whole community. The garden was a reminder of how wonderful the world could be. To celebrate, Rosie suggested a festival of kindness in Henry's magical garden. Everyone joined in, decorating with acorns, glowing reeds, and delicious treats. The garden glowed brighter with every act of teamwork and laughter. On festival night, the garden sparkled with magical light, music, and joy. Animals from all over danced, sang, and shared stories of kindness. Henry stood by his golden sunflower, amazed at how much his life had changed. He was no longer a lonely observer, but at the heart of a joyful community. Penelope gave him a special nut, and Barnaby toasted, "To Henry and to kindness." The festival was a celebration of friendship, magic, and hope. Henry's small seed of kindness had grown into something extraordinary, and the garden's magic was brighter than ever. As the festival ended, the animals gathered in a quiet circle under the moon, their hearts still fluttering with excitement from the night's celebrations. The garden's glow seemed even brighter now, as if the moon itself was smiling down on their friendship and joy. Henry, feeling braver than ever before, stood up and spoke with a gentle but confident voice. The magic didn't come from the seed alone, it came from all of us, our kindness, our courage, and the way we cared for each other. The animals nodded, their eyes shining with understanding. They realized that the garden was a gift they had grown together, not just with their paws and claws, but with their hearts. The glowing flowers were more than just beautiful. They were a sign of the warmth and love that filled their little community. Each petal shimmered with the laughter they had shared, and every leaf glowed with the gentle words and helping hands they had offered one another. The real magic, Henry explained, was something you gave away freely, and the more you shared it, whether it was a smile, a kind word, or a helping paw, the more it grew, spreading from one friend to another. The garden seemed to grow brighter and more colorful with every act of kindness, as if the very air was filled with sparkling magic. In Whispering Woods, the magical garden continued to bloom, season after season. A gentle, glowing reminder for all who visited that kindness is the most powerful magic of all. The animals learned the greatest lesson that night. Kindness is a magical seed. If you plant it in your heart and nurture it with good deeds, patience, and love, and water it every day with gentle words and thoughtful actions, it will fill your world with light, wonder, and happiness that never fades away. The greatest magic of all is the gentle power of a kind heart, which can turn even the smallest garden into a place of endless beauty. And in Whispering Woods, that magic would never fade, living on in every act of kindness, big or small, for generations to come.